The unidentified subject is white and in his late 20s. He's someone you wouldn't notice at first. He's someone who'd blend into any crowd. Violent nature of the crime suggests a previous criminal record. Petty crimes, maybe auto theft. We've classified him as an organized killer. Careful, psychopathic as opposed to psychotic. He follows the news, has good hygiene, he's smart. Because he's smart, the only physical evidence you'll find is what he wants you to find.
This episode is brought to you by Skillshare. Hey folks, I've got something super cool to share. I've recently dived into Skillshare, and man, what a transformation it's been. Not just an online learning platform, it's a hub of inspiration. I stumbled across this photography course, right? Always thought I had an eye for it, but never really explored it. So I dove in, and now I can't stop clicking. From creative angles to understanding lighting, my Insta game has leveled up for sure. Seriously, whether it's photography, digital art, entrepreneurship, or another passion lurking inside you, Skillshare's got it covered. So go on, unlock your potential, and join Skillshare. It's a journey you won't forget. Use the link in the description and support the channel. Welcome to the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Lace, and on today's episode, we begin our series reviewing Criminal Minds with Season 1. But before we do that, we'd like to remind you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Just search the Cinema Gold Show. And as always, give it a thumbs up if you like our videos, subscribe to the channel, the bell notification button to be notified of future videos. And of course, we'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor today. Criminal Minds is a crime procedural drama that premiered in 2005 and has since become a beloved show among fans. The show follows a team of FBI profilers who works to solve crimes and catch serial killers. Season 1 introduces us to the team and their dynamic, as well as the cases they work on. The main characters of the show, or at least I should say majority of the show, are Jason Gideon, Aaron Hotchner, Derek Morgan, Spencer Breed, Jennifer Giroux, and Annel Greenaway. Each character brings a unique perspective and skill set to the team, making them a formidable force when it comes to solving crimes. Throughout the season, the team works on a variety of cases that are both challenging and diverse. From a bomber targeting schools to a serial killer who kidnaps and kills children, the team is faced with some of the most heinous crimes imaginable. The season also introduces us to the team's dynamic and how they work together to solve cases. We see how each character contributes to the team and how they rely on each other to catch the criminals they are pursuing. The setting of Criminal Minds is primarily at the BAU based in Quantico, Virginia. The show follows a group of criminal profilers who work for the FBI as members of the BAU, using behavioral analysis and profiling to investigate crimes and to find the unsub, or unknown subject, the team's term for perpetrators. The show's focus is on profiling the criminal rather than the actual crime itself. Criminal Minds premiered on CBS on September 22, 2005, and originally wrapped up on February 19, 2020, but just last year they recently revived the show. And so when we reach the end of this original Criminal Minds series, we'll dive into what has become known as Criminal Minds Evolution. Overall, Criminal Minds Season 1 is a strong introduction to the show and its characters. It sets the stage for the rest of the series and establishes the show's unique blend of psychology, crime solving, and character development. And now we're going to discuss the show's themes, writing, pacing, and its use of psychology to enhance the storytelling. Criminal Minds is known for its focus on the psychology of the criminal mind. The show uses real-life psychological theories and practices to help the team understand the motives and behaviors of the criminals they are trying to catch. This adds a layer of depth to the show and makes it more than just a typical crime procedural. The writing of the show is also a standout feature. The show's writers are able to create complex and nuanced characters that audiences can connect with. Each character has their own backstory and motivations, which makes them feel like real people rather than just caricatures. The dialogue is also sharp and witty, and the pacing of the episode keeps viewers engaged from start to finish. The pacing of the episodes is another standout feature of the show. Each episode builds tension and suspense until the final reveal. The show is able to keep viewers on the edge of their seats by revealing just enough information to keep them guessing, but not enough to give away the ending. The show also uses flashbacks and other storytelling techniques to keep viewers engaged. The use of psychology is a key part of what makes it compelling. The team uses real-life psychological theories and practices to help them understand the motives and behaviors of the criminals they are trying to catch. This adds a layer of depth to the show and makes it more than just a typical crime procedural. The show also explores the psychological toll that working in law enforcement can take on a person. Season 1 of Criminal Minds explores several themes that are central to the show's premise. These themes include psychology of the criminal mind, teamwork, vigilantism, family, violence against women. In regards to one of the main themes of the show is the psychology of the criminal mind. Like we said, they use real-life psychological theories and practices to catch their suspect. And this adds a layer of depth to the show and makes it more than just a typical crime procedural like Law and Order or Cold Case or Without a Trace, that type of thing. Another theme of the show is the importance of teamwork. The team is made up of individuals with different backgrounds and skill sets, but they are able to work together to solve even the most challenging cases. And then the show also explores the idea of vigilantism, with several episodes focusing on individuals who take the law into their own hand. The team is tasked with tracking down these individuals and bringing them to justice. The theme of family is also explored throughout the season. The team members become like a family to each other, relying on each other for support and guidance. This theme is particularly evident in the episode The Fisher King, where Gideon is forced to confront his own demons and rely on his team for help. The show also explores the issue of violence against women, with many of the cases the team work on involving crimes targeted against young women. The show does not shy away from depicting the brutal nature of these crimes, but also shows the team's dedication to bringing the perpetrators to justice. And now we're going to talk about some of the most intense episodes. So starting off, I would have to say The Fisher King Parts 1 and 2. This 2-part episode is often cited as one of the best of the season, which I would agree with also. The team is tasked with tracking down a serial killer known as the Fisher King, who is targeting people in the DC area. The episode is intense and suspenseful, with the team racing against the clock to catch the killer before he strikes again. Next up, we have LDSK, or like it's better known as Long Distance Serial Killer. This episode follows the team as they try to catch a sniper who is targeting people in public places. The episode is intense and suspenseful, with the team racing against the clock to catch the killer before he strikes again. Next up is The Fox. This episode features a serial killer who kidnaps and kills children. The team is able to catch him by using psychological tactics to get inside his head. The episode is emotionally charged and explores the psychological toll that working on such a disturbing case can take on the team. Next up, Derailed. This episode follows the team as they investigate a train derailment that may have been caused by a terrorist. The episode is intense and suspenseful, with the team racing against the clock to prevent another attack and saving the life of passengers, including one fellow team member. In the episode Riding the Lightning, Criminal Minds breaks away from its typical formula in several ways. It focuses on a single case. Unlike most episodes of Criminal Minds, which feature the team working on multiple cases, Riding the Lightning focuses on a single case. The team interviews a married couple on death row for serial murder, and the episode centers around their investigation of the couple and their attempts to uncover the truth about the crimes. And there's an emphasis on character development specifically in the episode. While character development is always part of Criminal Minds, Riding the Lightning places a greater emphasis on it than most episodes. The episode explores the personal lives of the team members and how their work affects them emotionally. It also delves into the backstory of the couple on death row and how they became involved in the crimes. and this episode actually has a lack of action. Riding the Lightning is a relatively quiet episode with little action or suspense. Instead, the episode relies on dialogue and character interactions to drive the story forward. This is an extreme departure from the typical formula of Criminal Minds, which often features high-stake action and suspense. Overall, Riding the Lightning is a standout episode of Criminal Minds that breaks away from the show's typical formula. It's a character-driven episode that explores the emotional toll that working in law enforcement can take on a person. Criminal Minds has influenced other crime procedural shows that have followed, like Mindhunter and Prodigal Son, have cited Criminal Minds as an influence on their storytelling and use of psychology. This show's focus on the criminal mind has become a staple of the genre, with many shows now using real-life psychological theories and practices to help solve crimes. Criminal Minds has also had a lasting impact on its fans. Many fans have connected with the characters and the themes of the show. It has become a comfort watch for many. The show's exploration of psychology in the criminal mind has also inspired many fans to pursue careers in law enforcement or psychology. The show has even led to the creation of fan groups and online communities where fans can connect with each other, discuss their love for the show. Now I want to hear from you. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think about Season 1? And what did you think of Criminal Minds as a whole? Did you enjoy the series? Have you watched the whole series? Let us know. Of course, if you want to buy us coffee, you can support the channel. Buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. Your support helps the channel grow, upgrade our equipment, bring in new hosts, be able to pay them, take this show on the road, and hopefully launch our media network, which is right there, Highwire Media Network, which is dedicated to original content, original series, and even more shows that we hope to launch in our future. But as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We will see you next time.